Hello everyone, Josh here with X's Network, bringing y'all another Outer Plane video. And today, if you are a Marian fan, get ready to see something of epic proportions, because we're going to be doing something very cool with our girl Marian, the only current playable cursed hero in the game. Obviously, if we get Dark Stella down the road and they don't change her kit up too much, she'll be our second playable cursed hero. But as of right now, it is only our girl Marian. Now, what I'm about to show you later on in the video, so you definitely want to stay tuned for that. We do have a recorded playthrough of her doing a full actual round against one of the side bosses in the guild raid, and we're doing some incredible numbers, which you can tell from the title of today's video. However, I do want to give a quick honorable mention to another very strong hero that we will not be able to showcase today or anytime soon, because I just don't have her on my global account, but I did use her quite a bit on the SEA version, and that is our girl Beth. Now, Beth traditionally is not that great of a hero outside of like PvP or wave-based content with her exclusive equipment. However, with the way that she can do additional bonus damage that scales to enemies' max health, I believe it's between 3 and 5% depending on what skill you're using, she can be very strong in these side bosses in the guild raid as well. So I want to definitely give her flowers here in today's video, because I know a lot of people will bring her up in the comments, but we're not here for that. We're here to showcase the power, the potential, the possible future-proofing DPS herself, Marian. So first, I want to showcase the two units that we're going to be using later on in the fight that we did. And then we're going to break down a little bit of what we're trying to do and why she's so incredible, and why I'm glad that I kind of invested into her early on in the game, because I had high hopes for her and her potential, and we're finally able to kind of get a glimpse of what she's actually capable of within the game. Okay, so the two heroes that you guys and gals are going to be seeing later on in the video will be Claire and Marian. Now, I have more videos planned for Claire in the future, so I don't want to talk too much about her yet, but I want to quickly show her stats, because some of you will be wondering. She's got 19,422 current CP, level 100. She is 6-star. I recently 6-starred her. I was very happy about that. 2,110 attack, 1280 defense, 5918 health, 141 speed. Now, I could build her on more of a speed build for other types of content, but for what I'm using for her right now, I like her the way she is, because I have lots and lots of crit chance, which is 50%, which is very important, because, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I did go and I got her exclusive equipment quite a while ago as well, because I started to really notice the power and potential of Claire. So I like to build a lot of these units that some people just may overlook or not feel as comfortable investing in the resources into. But I'm telling you guys and gals right now, spoiler alert, once we redo that tier list, which there's big changes coming, do not be surprised if you do not see Claire crack the top 10 heroes in the entire game. And that is more or less a spoiler alert, okay? She is that good. And we want her exclusive equipment, because the more she crits, the more I lower cooldowns of all of her skills, which makes her one of the better, if not the best, overall pound for pound healers in the game. But again, we want to save her for other videos, but you're going to be able to see her potential in today's video as well. So this is kind of a Marian showcase and a Claire showcase. So that's cool with me. So we're running Claire and Marian. Now, Marian right now, when you see her in the video, she will be at level 90. She is now 91. That doesn't really change a whole lot. She's at 16,422 CP. Now, the reason why her CP is not quite as high is because we're not investing a lot into her attack, HP, and defense, or even really her speed all that much, even though she is on an effectiveness set. She is getting a little bit of speed there. She's getting a lot of crit damage. That was not intentional. It's just kind of how my sub rolls went. But the number that we're really focused on here with Marian is effectiveness. And the reason why we have it so high, I'll explain when we actually get to the fight itself. Well, actually, before we get to the fight, because I kind of want the fight to be kind of uninterrupted, no commentary, just let you guys see it in all its raw glory and what we're capable of doing. But the reason why her effectiveness had to be so high is because of the mechanics that currently work in the guild raid. Outside of that, we might not need her effectiveness anywhere close to this high, but it is the way that we had to build her to get her to do, kind of perform the way we have in the guild raid. So 301 effectiveness is very, very high, ladies and gentlemen, and it's overkill for like 99% of the game's content. But for this particular video, you're gonna see why we had to make the effectiveness so high. And trust me, this was no easy task. We go over here to our gear. You know, we got just some, you know, we got an effect set. Obviously, we have an effect necklace. We're getting 80 from that. From this, we're getting 11.4%. We're getting 12.5 from this. We're getting 12.5 from that. We're getting 12.5 from this. And my boots kind of let me down. I gambled a lot on that. It didn't really pay off. I was hoping that it would at least go into speed or effectiveness. Unfortunately, I didn't really get much luck with either one. So it's only at 5. So I could probably improve a little bit, you know, by another 7 or so percent by swapping out the boots with some better boots down the road, which would put me closer to like, you know, 310, give or take. But still, we are extremely high on effectiveness, 301. Now, do not look at this video and think that you're going to be able to go in, do everything that I'm doing, and duplicate it without one very important thing when it comes to Marian. Your Marian needs to be level, you know, 3-star. That way you can unlock her burst level 2. Because if we go down here to transcend, you'll see here burst level 2 unlocked at 3-star. So you want to make sure she's at 3-star. That way you can pick up one of those curses when you burst on her skill 2. I cannot wait to get her to a 5-star to unlock burst level 3 to get another curse for a potential of 4 curses with her skill 2, alongside another very important aspect of her build. You need her exclusive equipment if you want to hit numbers anywhere close to what I'm about to show you in today's video. So this is not a unit that you're just going to pick up and play and just make her work and expect amazing results like you see from today's video. But if you do put in, you know, the tender loving care, right, the time, the appreciation, the dedication, throw in some passion on the side, get in there and show Marian how much you truly love her, and she will gift you with immense power, because Marian is doing some incredible things. And I'm glad that finally we have a mode in the game that I can truly show off a glimpse of her true potential. So you want to make sure you have that, because on her skill 2, you're going to be picking up 2 additional curses on top of her defense break, and that's not even including her burst as well. Now, for talisman, you definitely want to make sure that you're running the talisman that's giving you 37 action points when hit by an attack that targets all allies. The reason for that is because you're going to be getting hit AoE quite a bit, and this is going to allow you to burst more often and get you closer to some of the numbers that you're seeing in today's video, because the numbers that we're doing today is no common feat. It is something that is very, very rare and very impressive, and only units like Marian, and even maybe to an extent, to a lesser degree, Beth, can do in the current guild raid. So very, very cool. Now, if we go over to guild, show you guys a little bit about this before we actually get into the overall fight itself to finish things off. All right, so if we go over here, right now I believe we're like top 10 in the game right now. Yeah, we are ranked 6. I think we're right on the heels of being ranked 5 as well. Let me see here. 4 is at 38.8, 36.7, and we're at 35. Now, keep in mind, we have some inactives. We weren't able to get everybody in, and with the new changes to guild, we can't remove people and add new people and get them ready for the current raid. So we are a bit short-staffed right now, so we are losing a little bit. But we are climbing the leaderboards here. We are now at 6. We should finish somewhere around 5 or 4 in the entire game, which is awesome. And the reason why is we're doing things like this. We are literally taking out Chimera Stage 5. She is already dead. And now we're going to start working on Tyrant Toddler, and then we're going to focus mostly on Maxwell. But on the Maxwell fights, we won't need Beth or Marian quite as much. But the majority of the scores that you're going to be getting for your guild rankings will be coming from the Tyrant Toddler and the Chimera. As you can see here, the Chimera Stage 5 had 13.5 million max HP. At 3, it was like 2.1. I believe at 4, it was like 5 million and some change. And then it, of course, goes up to 13.5 million at the end. So with those crazy high max HPs, a debuff, a damage over time, Curse is doing insane damage, because Curse is doing about 3% of the enemy's max HP per hit. So you're going to start seeing some crazy damage numbers actually off of the dot when we're fighting the stage 5 Chimera when we do our battle, which you're going to be seeing here at the end of the video. Again, stay tuned for that. That's coming up very, very soon. I just wanted to kind of explain a little bit about what's going on, where we're at position-wise, and how we're performing. If I had a Beth on my global account, we'd probably be ranked 4 right now. Guaranteed. Because then I'd have a super strong secondary team that I could run on these Geos Guardians that I don't have now. And a lot of people after this video is going to be catching on to how powerful the Beth and the Marian meta is right now in the guild raid. It's absolutely insanity. So what we want to do is we want to, I don't know if I can actually click it. I can't even click it now. So that's unfortunate. But let me go in here. Let me click this one. This one might let me do it anyways. Okay. So you'll see here at stage 3, the Tyrant Toddler has got 166 resilience. At stage 5, just like the other Guardian, that resilience goes up to 200. So the resist is 200. So now you're starting to understand a little bit about why I had to make my Marian's effectiveness so high. And that's not all. I forget which one it is here. Let me look through here. Yes, right here. Reduces damage dealt to earth element enemies and increases damage taken from them. Reduces effectiveness and resilience of non-earth element enemies. Increases damage taken from enemy rangers. So, I'm not sure what the percentage is, but not only do I have to deal with very high resist, up to 200 at stage 5, I also have to deal with my effectiveness essentially being lowered even further by default because of the mechanic of the bosses. Now, I'm not sure how much that went down. I did know that when I was running Kate, which has an effectiveness up 100% on her skill 1, when it does trigger at like a 20-30% rate, it's very low. But when it does trigger, when my effectiveness was over 600, I was never getting resisted, but it wasn't very consistent, so I couldn't run Kate consistently because, again, the percentage for that to go off on her skill 1 was very, very low. But when it did, I didn't have any trouble getting my debuffs to land. But at base 300, where I'm at now, like 301 or whatever it was, I still do get resisted quite often because, you know, I got to deal with the 200 resistance, and then whatever the resistance is being lowered. I'm sorry, the effectiveness is being lowered by the mechanic. So I'm not sure what that percentage is. I don't know how high I actually have to get to kind of avoid that. My strategy was maybe trying to double up, but obviously at stage 5 that's not possible because I would need 400 effectiveness, and I just don't see that happening because when I was doing my calculations, I think you get like 15 or 16 max per piece of gear, and you can't get it on the effectiveness necklace. You can only get the base, whatever that goes up to. You could break through it on a 6-star legendary, maybe get that up to like maybe 100 perhaps. But even with all that, I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to touch 400. Maybe around mid 300s is possible, maybe, or slightly under. So I kind of had to abandon that strategy and just hope that 300 plus was enough, and thankfully it still does quite well. I do still get a few resistances, as I said, because she wasn't technically designed to be for these bosses. They were really hoping that you'd run more green heroes, but as we always do here on these games, we try to break the game as much as we possibly can and find some cool little cheese strategies like this, and when they work, it's a beautiful thing. So you can just ignore my team here. This is just me just randomly putting, you know, units in and out when I'm doing my sweeping and doing dungeon runs and stuff like that. But that is essentially what is happening. So I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. I will be showing you the gameplay after I give you guys my outro here. So definitely stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to be seeing some crazy numbers that might make you think twice about your existence. I don't know. But Marian is an absolute animal. She's a monster, okay? You know, she's a maid by day, a demon by night. I don't know. But hope you guys all enjoy that. Don't forget to subscribe, check notifications, join me in the Discord in the description below. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at X's Network, and enjoy the gameplay. Stay tuned till the next video. As always, peace.